save your people that you have on every week for Dynamite. I can see something like that working, but I think an hour tops is what the second show should be, so that way they don't run into the WCW dilemma.
Yeah, because I mean, you'll just because like you said, what are they pumping up mid card for? Because there's no mid card title to fight for. You've got everybody in the company fighting for that heavyweight championship, which is nothing wrong with that. It keeps everybody hungry, keeps it kind of mysterious. Who's going to challenge Chris Jericho this week? I mean, we've seen Darby Allin, we've seen a couple of other guys stand up, Scorpio Sky, and all be putting in the title picture, and it's really cool because you never would have thought. But I do want to see a mid card title. I do want to see a TV title or some kind of intercontinental championship. I would honestly prefer a TV title, and I would say do it like it should be done. Have that title defended, if not on every episode, but every other week, or at least once a month on TV only. You build to that, put some real recognition on that title and some real importance on that title, and make it to where, when you see somebody challenging for the television championship, that's maybe not as big, but right there under the world championship, make it just as important. And they could definitely use a second show for that, but they haven't brought it out yet. I'm wondering. I haven't heard anything on it. It's just me wanting to see it. I'm just talking about it, but maybe soon.
And I agree 100% with what you just said.
Maybe it'll be up there soon. I hope so. The AEW Television Championship or the AEW North American title, like something cool. And I love the classic kind of style they have, so go with something classic. I mean, hell, you could even do a couple of championships. I mean, maybe they could do like the AEW Georgia
Shane
Championship.
Shane Taylor should just hijack the Ring of Honor Television Championship and bring it on over to AEW.
You think he's going to go there? I'm hearing about re-signings and stuff coming up soon. Hello?
I mean, that'd be super cool. Ring of Honor did him pretty dirty this last year, so hopefully they either start utilizing him to his full potential, or he does decide to jump ship.
But yeah, we'll have to see if he changes over. So the next thing I wanted to bring up in the articles that I have here, let's see. So Sean, you still there, buddy?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. So the next thing I have here is this is an interesting thing that came out this week, and it disappeared quickly. I haven't seen it again. But some unknown insiders of WWE have been propagating a story that Tony Khan bought all of the tickets from the first show to make it a sellout and show popularity towards the product. It's obviously untrue, but there are some insiders in the WWE that have been throwing the story around the locker rooms and around to other journalists and stuff, and I thought it makes them look really desperate. I don't think this came from up high. I don't think this was a Vince McMahon thing, but I think it was something to do with corporate. I think they threw this around to throw some deception out there in the waters. I think it's bullshit. It's fucking.
That has Vince McMahon written all over it.
I don't know, man. I don't think he's young enough to be doing dumb shit like that anymore. I don't. I really don't. That sounds like something he would have done in like 99 or 2000, but I don't know about now. He's not so. I don't think Vince is so insecure he would do some shit like that, but I definitely could see somebody in the corporate office doing some stuff, some dumb shit, pulling a stunt like that. I mean,
yeah, that does make him look like super desperate. I mean, you put your best show up against AEW and have gotten the shit kicked out of you for continuous weeks now. Stuff like that tends to make executive producers and shit like that pretty desperate.
I mean, they really have, though. I mean, not to say NXT hasn't won any, because they did. They won a couple. But then into the new year, they've lost these last 2 episodes. I don't know about the first episode of the year, but this past one was like 700,000 viewers to like 950,000 fucking viewers. Like, they are getting the shit kicked out of them relentlessly. I mean, NXT has got their mouth on the fucking curb right now, and AEW is about to fucking put their foot down. I'm just saying, damn. You know, if they keep losing, the WWE is going to have to send more people down to developmental to try and fucking beat the ratings from AEW. Because Finn Balor isn't doing it. They're going to have to send Brock Lesnar down there or some shit. You know, something. Fucking the entire Raw
Don't
roster.
ever say that again.
What? What? Was it the Brock Lesnar part?
Brock Lesnar to frickin' NXT. Ugh. Like, I legit just, like, puked in my mouth.
Hey, you said that there's somebody from Creative that might be listening to the show, so, I mean, they may have just heard that idea and are like, Brock Lesnar and NXT? That sounds so outlandish. Let's make it happen. You know, I mean, I could see it.
We'll give them all the titles. He'll be the WWE champion, the NXT champion, the North American champion.
Fucking... Oh, I can see it happening. It's not something that WWE wouldn't do. I mean, I'm just saying. Next week, Brock Lesnar comes out of NXT. That's it. I'm done. Fucking quit. Fucking quit. Oh, man. Let's see.
I just gotta throw it out there. My nephews are playing 2K19 right now, and they're doing a Extreme Rules tag team match. My nephew, who is freaking awesome, by the way, freaking chooses Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
And who does his friend pick? Roman Reigns.
Beat the shit
worst
out of him.
Tag team of all time.
Be the shit out of him in real life too. I want you to go there and just flick the back of his head.
Right? He's sitting in front of me. I should just like launch him off my bed for it.
You should do it.
So now I'm sitting here having to look at fucking Roman Reigns.
Ugh. Yeah. The only thing I use Roman Reigns for is his music. I use it for Taz because his music and Taz's music are very similar. But
minus the beep.
Yeah, I wish they had his music still on WWE, but unfortunately no. So another piece of news about
He'll never be in his.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say he'll never be in a WWE game again, until after his new contract expires.
Yeah. Speaking of, fucking Taz was also signed to All Elite Wrestling. I believe he's gonna be the permanent commentator for Dark with Excalibur. I feel like that's what's gonna happen, which I'm totally okay with. I would love to see fucking Taz on Dark with Excalibur, or even send Tony to Dark and we'll have him work with Excalibur, and I would much rather have a 2-man booth on Dynamite.
I say send Jim Ross to Dark and move Taz to Dynamite. Because I love Jim Ross. He has always been like one of my favorite commentators. But I don't know what it is. Like ever since AEW started, Jim Ross's commentary is like off or something. Like he don't know how to like segue into a commercial break anymore. Like he's always like, it seems like when it comes to getting ready to go to a commercial break, he like chokes on his words or something.
Do you want me to mute you again? Do you want?
I ain't saying anything bad. I'm saying he's getting up there. He's Mr. McStroke. He's had like 10 of them. So like,
all right,
put him on the show where he's going to be less exerted.
You've been muted. You're now quiet now. I'm muting you. Shit. Piece of shit. You can't say that. Jim Ross should be on Dynamite with Taz, and Tony Schiavone should be on Dark with Excalibur. I think it would be perfect.
Although Excalibur, he gets way too excited to say Tope Suicida.
Tope Suicida!
He's like I can't ever think of his name. He's the commentator on NXT, Morello or whatever his name is.
Oh,
With the Mamma
Ranallo.
Mia!
I don't like Mauro Ranallo. I know that a lot of people do, and they say he's like one of the best, as good as Jim Ross or whatever. But I really don't like Mauro Ranallo or whatever. I just really don't like him. I think it's his face.
I love his commentary.
I'm pretty sure it's his face. It does it for me. I just can't do it. Speaking of people, speaking of people and tope suicidas, Will Ospreay suffered a broken heel at Wrestle Kingdom 14 this year after a god tier match with Hiromu Takahashi. Did you see that match?
That match was phenomenal.
Oh my god, that easily could have been the second to the main event. You know, it really could have been a second to the main event of night 2. That match was fucking phenomenal. There's no other words for it.
I mean, Will Ospreay is a wrestler. I've been a big fan of him for a couple years now, since I think it was Wrestle Kingdom 12 was the first one I watched. And that's the first time I saw him, and I was like, holy shit. So, I've seen some of his matches in Ring of Honor, and Will Ospreay is just fucking phenomenal. So you never want to see anybody get hurt, especially someone of that talent caliber. Will Ospreay outside is kind of a dick. He's ignored me like 10,000 times on Twitter, but that match was absolutely phenomenal. It sucks to hear that he got injured.
I hope that he's okay soon, because I mean, he's obviously going to have some great matches this year, and I think we're going to see some more of him and Takahashi locking up, and that's good for everybody. That match was phenomenal, and we're going to go over all the matches in detail here in a few minutes. We're going to go over one more article, and then I'm going to play the interview with Chad French about Parquet, which is a 30-minute long interview. And after that, we will get started on the Wrestle Kingdom cards. As long as, is that cool with you, bud?
Will we be able to do the Wrestle Kingdom stuff first?
You want to do the Wrestle Kingdom stuff first?
Yeah, just because I'm on a time crunch.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, well, text me on Skype your time crunch, because you never told me. I don't want to run you over. But we'll
No, I ain't worried about like I don't have like a certain like time, because I got stuff planned for the rest of the day. So
okay, all right.
I'm on a time crunch, but I'm not, so to say.
Gotcha, fam. All right, we're gonna pull up the Parquet interview here after in a little bit. Then we'll push that back. It's gonna be on this episode. We're just gonna push it back for a little longer. So then we're gonna go over the fact that Ring of Honor not only re-signed Marty Scurll, but now he is their head booker, as Delirious will stay around in a creative capacity. Fucking Marty Scurll will take over Ring of Honor's main bookings and creative and shit.
I've heard a lot of people shit talking that decision too.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. It's only because I don't know. I've never seen him book and stuff. I've never seen a match or a show done by fucking Marty Scurll, so I couldn't really tell you 100% if.
Yeah, same. I know he's super talented inside and outside the ring. We've seen him for quite a while when he was on Being the Elite and stuff like that. He had some great skits and stuff on there. I'm all for giving him a chance and see how it folds out.
Well, somebody's got to do something with them, because I know they're just fading into fucking obscurity. I mean, Ring of Honor's had a rough couple of months. I mean, ever since AEW's gotten bigger.
I was more shocked that he re-signed with them than
I am too.
The fact that they put him in a creative capacity.
I really expected him to go to AEW.
His contract's up. When everyone was saying he signed with NWA, I was like, holy shit, like that threw me off right there. But then a couple weeks later, they're saying he re-signed with Ring of Honor as a executive producer and all this. I'm like, whoa. I was really hoping to see him go to AEW.
I was too, and so I was pretty surprised whenever